closing. I just don't know if I buy that shit. There's no
I
fucking
think we should
way.
call it what it is instead of alligator Alcatraz. It's a concentration camp.
It's a concentration camp.
What it is.
Alligator Auschwitz is what you should fucking call it.
That's bold coming from Chuck Schumer.
Look at it.
All right. Isn't that crazy?
So, Ty, before you hopped on, we've decided that Courtney is the Chuck Schumer of this podcast. He's just gonna give Congress the benefit of the doubt.
Don't disrespect Courtney like that, man.
Well, I disrespected myself because I'm the one that friggin'
He
threw
brought
it
it
out
up.
there.
Oh my
brought it
God!
up.
Yeah, don't disrespect yourself like that, man.
Don't do yourself. You're doing yourself dirty.
Yes.
I am doing myself. And I decided to go cash with the flannel today instead of
Look
like
at that.
And look at you. Jesus
instead
Christ.
of regular full starch button down. This is cash. It's like I got my pajamas on. It's great.
I believe it.
I almost didn't do today just because today started out really shitty for me, but I didn't want to bail. So
well, we're happy you're here. I'm sorry today sucked, man.
Oh man, it is what it is. You know, we got to power through this. I mean, it's tough times for everybody, but
yeah, fuck.
Yeah, my hometown's under siege. So
what?
That's right. DC.
I'm from DC.
Oh, you're from DC. I didn't know that. Oh, yeah, man. You know what? He's doing anything he can to distract.
There
From
must
him
be a
fucking
video
kids?
of him fucking a kid. There has to be.
There's got to be. He's trying to build as much distractions as he can, because there's 1,000%.
There might be a
video.
snuff film with him and a kid at this point.
Bro, listen. And the thing that
Godfather 2 style.
Wow.
The thing that trips me out about this is that it's weird that because we talked about messaging before, we talking about the Democrats messaging versus Republicans. But I don't think the messaging of Democrats is weak as much as it is. The other side is just stupid because all they have to do is just keep saying shit. So now the narrative is, well, the Dems had the list. Why didn't they release it? The Dems had the list. Why didn't they release it? And I'm like, well, first of all, there was an investigation going on. So they could not release anything because there's a list. And the Dems didn't come out, like Chuck Schumer didn't come out and say, hold that list. The judge, because this is how the fucking law works, said.
Or used to, at least. Or used to back when we had a democracy. Yeah.
They said, we're not putting this out because there's an active investigation. The dude kills himself. She gets convicted. It stays where it is.
Yep.
Now these people are acting like, well, no. Even that doesn't make any sense. So you're telling me he's on the list, but the Dems won't release the list? That doesn't make any sense. But even let's just say for a hot second, if he's not on the list, this is the simplest way to squash all this. If he's not on the list, just put the list out.
Put it out.
That's it. But for them, all they got to keep hearing is, well, the Dems had the list. The Dems had the list. None of that fucking matters. If he's not on it, he should be the first person.
I would have posted that shit day one. Look,
Everything.
See, I had nothing to do with this. Shut your fucking mouth. Here it is.
I'm going to write a strongly worded letter.
There it is. It's coming.
To
Schumer's bringing
Comer. And
Chuck's bringing the heat.
Yeah,
Chuck is bringing the heat. Right, God damn, he's still got his fastball. Everybody, he's still got his fastball. Look at that.
Don't get in the batter's box when I'm pitching. I'm telling you that right now.
Hilarious.
Don't do that.
It's just
brushback Schumer.
Yeah,
that he's using this like it's so blatant. Like,
of course,
this is banana. Like I ain't never seen somebody. This dude would rather nuclear bombs be dropping before he does anything with this list. He's like, what's that? The meme of the guy trying to pick something on the thing is like,
yes, the two buttons. Yeah. It's panicking.
Nuclear war. Release this list.
Admit I'm a pedophile. All
right.
Here's it. All right. So let me ask you this before, because I have a conspiracy. By the way, this is the We Ain't Right podcast, baby. Thank you for listening. Subscribe. Give us a 5-star rating, a positive text review. Spread the word. All that good shit. Let's go around. I'm comedian Jerry Rocha.
Comedian Eddie Pence.
Comedian Ty Barnett.
Writer Courtney Subtle.
Chuck
Schumer.
There it is. See, so
There it is.
okay.
I'm gonna own it. I'm gonna embrace it.
I'm bringing a conspiracy theory to you all.
Okay.
But before I go there, right? Or should I just go with it, Courtney? Should I just run with it?
Just go.
Just jump in.
Go. Get it out there.
So Eddie, your town's under siege, right?
Yep.
I think we have, I don't know what else to say, but the white Jussie Smollett is what's happening right now. I don't believe for a second that Big Balls guy got his ass. I don't believe for one fucking second he got his ass kicked by, but shit was.
It's the stage is the assassination. Is that what you're saying?
They fucking set that shit up so they could pull this bullshit. That's it. And so what else? How else does Trump scare his base? You have some stupid twatty white kid look like he got the shit kicked out of him. And oh God, oh no, poor young white men aren't safe to walk the streets. All right, martial law. That's what anybody, especially when you find out that stupid twat Big Balls, his fucking grandpa was KGB. Oh gee, wonder where he learned to do this.
Who is Big Balls?
He's
Doge.
just some Doge kid that he was like a fanboy of Elon Musk. His parents are super rich. His dad owns like a snack company or some shit. And Elon brought him in to be part of Doge. And I guess, was it 2 nights ago? He was walking around DC and
got carjacked, right?
He got carjacked. And there's a picture of him like all fucked up sitting on the side of the road. And now a day later, martial law, we got it, like really?
Yeah. But he can deploy the federal agents and the National Guard in DC now, but he couldn't do it on January 6th.
He couldn't do it on January 6th when there was actually a riot happening. Yeah. When there was an actual riot.
How do you do the mental gymnastics, MAGA, to make that one work?
But here's how you do it. You fucking work over some dumb fucking white kid, and then you make see, look at this. Look at our poor Aryan brother. Got the living fuck kicked out of him. And you know what? I would love it if it wasn't bullshit. I would love it if some guys just rolled that motherfucker one night. But I don't believe it. I think this was all set up so Trump can do this. He can get away with doing this. I mean, fuck. Why not?
I've never fucking heard. And because at first I was like, who's Big Balls? Like because I heard the reference. I'm like, wait a minute. So he declared martial law, pretty much, for one dude getting his ass kicked?
Yes.
One little fucking white kid got his ass kicked.
Even though crime in DC has been steadily dropping.
It's down by double digits. Down by double digits.
Jerry?
Yes, sir.
So what did Big Balls do for a living before he was available to work at Doge?
He's 19.
So I don't know what. And what did he do at that company?
Let's see. He was. Oh, that's right. He briefly worked for cybersecurity, and then he was fired from his internship at cybersecurity for allegedly leaking internal company information to a competitor. That's adorable. He briefly worked for Lesser Evil, a snack company owned by his father. However, Lesser Evil distanced itself from him after he got in with Doge. Then he briefly worked with Neuralink before moving to Doge.
I want to beat the fuck out of this kid.
He deserves lasted on the playground. He would not have lasted on the playground.
So this was August 4th. He was assaulted in an attempted carjacking in D.C. In response, Donald Trump threatened a federal takeover of the District of Columbia following the incident, saying the city is totally out of control. It's like, okay, yeah,
So
reeks of bullshit.
So he couldn't get martial law declared when he sent National Guard to Los Angeles.
Right.
He couldn't get martial law declared when he tried to have these people basically look like they were terrorizing people in these downtown LA. So he said one dude gets his ass kicked, supposedly.
Right. Supposedly. Yeah.
But you literally had a bunch of cops get their asses whooped. One dude dead.
One of them's dead.
And you did. He sat for 187 minutes. And
how many cops were traumatized too?
Yes,
like
PTSD right now. And you're telling me you couldn't do anything. Wait a minute, hold on. Now here's what's crazy. Now here's what's bananas. I wasn't even going to talk about this piece of shit today. God damn it, man.
Sorry,
I'm sorry, Ty. I'll take full responsibility.
I was gonna watch a Twisted Metal marathon all fucking day, man. I wanted to see. I'd rather see a televised apocalypse than deal about
than our real one
that we're dealing with. But you telling me this dude? Wait a minute, I can't even wrap my brain around this. So, because I could have sworn the reason he gave for not sending the cops, the National Guard January 6th, was that he didn't have the power. Then he blamed Nancy Pelosi.
Yep.
So what is it? Now you got the power? What does make it make sense?
And nothing's happening? You have the power and nothing's happening? One little dickhead gets carjacked, and all of a sudden you're like, okay, we got to do this. Nothing when there was a riot happening.
Villains. Even cartoon villains look at this like, God damn.
That's a bridge too far.
Cobra Commander wasn't this much of a hypocrite. It's insane.
Jesus.
Fucking Skeletor would be like, we can't have martial law. It doesn't look good. Like he would do that. He would say, it's not a good look. That's what would happen.
God, man.
It's fucking.
I don't understand how easily this motherfucker is doing shit now. Like it's, and don't get me wrong, sycophants exist. I understand that, but it's almost like people are more afraid of him than all you have to do is beat the bully's ass one time.
He's done.
He's done. That's all you got to do.
Look at what fucking Atwater did to Christian Okoye. He fucking knocked him on his ass one time, and Nigerian Nightmare was done. Look at what Bo Jackson did to fucking what's his face, Brian Bosworth. Knocked him on his ass one time. That dude was. That's all you got to do. It just takes one hit to kill the mystique. And what Stephen Atwater was half the size of Okoye? Is that about right?
But the problem is our system was set up with the intent of these are the rules we should all abide by. And over the last 250 years of this country, and for the most part, our leaders, our elected officials have abided by the rules or the guidelines the country's supposed to run by.
Yeah.
He literally does whatever the fuck he wants, and half of us are sitting there in shock going, you can't do this, you can't do this. And the other half is like, I don't know how to stop it. No one's ever tried to do this shit before. How do we stop this? And so it's just paralysis. And people
crazy.
And the sycophants that support him are just like, let's keep going.
We got this. This is our time.
We have it literally, it's like you're walking down the street and someone punches you in the face, and the first 5 seconds you're like, what the fuck just happened? That's
right.
Literally we've been punched in the face and we don't know what the fuck to do.
Well, they never anticipated. They designed this whole setup thinking that John McCain and Chuck Schumer would always be there and would be collegial, and they would, support the Constitution over everything else. And he killed that.
How embarrassing is it that Putin knew how stupid we were from?
Well, I the only thing I'll say about that, Jerry, is that I don't know if he knew people were idiots, but he also knew that any of those people that he corrupted could have been corrupted. So it's more it's that part of idiots exist, but let's be honest with you, there's only so much you can get from idiots with no power. You just need pawns. You just need people to just kind of go. The people in power, the fucking Ted Cruz's, Marjorie Taylor Greene's, the who's the other guy? Not Ted Cruz. The guy who Nunez was it?
Nunez.
Nunez. Yes. Yep.
Like when you know that these people, the guy in Texas, Abbott, all of these people they all have a price. That's why these motherfuckers are worth more now than what they make in their base salary. So I think Putin looked at that and said, well, look, half of them are dumb. The other people over here are corrupt. That's all I don't give a fuck about the people that want to stand up for justice and are smart. Fuck me. Let's get these people. And now, remember we asked this last week. We said, why would they pick that guy to be the person to get back in office? And now you see why. Because DeSantis didn't have this kind of power over Republicans. Damn sure wasn't Byron Donalds, never Tim Scott, not even a Nikki Haley. This was the only dude that they saw, and they said, well, god damn, this dude sent people to the Capitol, and motherfuckers still say they're gonna vote for him. Hey man, let's get this guy back in the game. And they got him back in there because this guy is the face of hate.
And he's been a famous asshole for decades, right?
Yes.
And so it's ingrained. But like, I honestly think this sounds like maybe I am halfway joking, but I really think the worst thing that happened to America, looking back, was us winning the Miracle on Ice game against the Russians, because they've been after us ever since. And I remember, like, we talk about the Putin. When did the bots start, right? And there was a time in American society, probably like 15, 16 years ago, when like all of a sudden everyone was doing jokes about how tough Russians are and all this. Like, why are we kissing their ass? Who gives a fuck? Like there's all these jokes with all these badass Russians. What are they badass at? What? Waiting in line? Go fuck yourself. Like, what are they? Who the fuck are they? But it just turned into this weird, let's just ass kiss Russians. And then I remember after Obama won, going on Facebook and seeing a meme of Obama just in with his shirt off at the beach with his family, right? And then next to it was a picture of Putin with his shirt off on a horse holding a machine gun. And it was like, this is what I'd rather have my president look like. I'm like, what are you trying to fuck him? Like, what is it? Like, what do you want to is the president the fucking guy in My Boyfriend's Back song? Like, what do you, and it was like, and it was just weird. Like, well, and people fell for that. That's what's so depressing is like, yeah, that's right. I do want a president who looks good topless on a horse holding a fucking machine gun.
Idiocracy. It's idiocracy.
Yes.
Camacho, President Camacho with the fucking the machine gun and this is why I say when people blame Democrats and they say, well, the reason why we're here is because Democrats. No. The Democrats didn't make you choose this guy. No, you chose this guy because you don't give a fuck about this, and this. You may try to say that there is no amount of messaging. Because I got into a conversation with a friend of mine about how they said, well, what Kamala was offering. First of all, what Biden already did, and what Biden and Harris did, and what Harris was offering. That wasn't enough. You talking about record low unemployment wasn't enough. Infrastructure, CHIPS Act, Science Act, that wasn't enough. Protecting your Social Security, that wasn't enough. You needed better messaging. You needed better messaging than protecting your health care. I don't give a fuck if Biden would have come out there and just fucking said, Mama say, Mama sa, Mama kusa. His fucking track record is 1,000 times better than any. So because the messaging of the other side was just make America great, make America great. Tell me how.
And then he just
gonna make it great.
And him telling you how was just shit that like someone running for class president in the 5th grade would have said.
They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs.
Right.
There's a trans swimmer that placed 5th in a race.
How dare that happen?
That instills fear in bigots, and bigots vote when they're afraid.
I don't think we talk enough about Putin and that election and how he influenced it and what that has done to our electoral process.
2016 and 2020 and 2024. He tried to fuck with all three of them. Who knows what he tried to fuck with before that? And now Trump is meeting him. He's going to go kiss his ass and meet him on, by the time you hear this, it will have happened a few days before, but he's going to go meet him in what he calls Russia, even though it's Alaska, an American state. Trump has called it Russia twice already. I'm going to go meet him in Russia. And you're going to meet him in Alaska, you dumb motherfucker, which people are like, oh God, is he just going to give Alaska back to Putin? Is that what this meeting's about? I think it would be funny if he gives him Sarah Palin. I think that's step one. He's going to be like, you want her? She's great. She's great. She sucks a mean dick at her age. I don't know what he's going to, but like, I think it starts with her. He's going to try to have Putin go back with Palin.
It's gonna be very interesting how much more. Like I'm wondering what the breaking point is gonna be, because again, I told you it would be different if this guy had done a bunch of stuff for the American public and was doing this.
Right.
There could be a case made to say, well, shit, man, at least I get to keep my health care. At least I got money in my pocket. At least my 401k is protected.
Gas.
Nobody's gonna have any of that shit. Nobody's gonna have any of that shit.
He's taking all of it and doing this. So it's like, what are you getting out of it? This is like a pimp hoe relationship. Well, yeah, he beats the shit out of me. Okay, what's the benefit? Well, I mean, that's just it. He beats the shit out of me and I get a cup of coffee.
I get fucked. I get my ass kicked. I don't get a dime. He gets all my money, but I guess I can walk the street
He
at
puts
night.
me in a nice warm room while I'm healing.
Right.
This is bananas to me.
Oh, fuck.
And I told you, one of the most disheartening things about this is that it seems easier for him. It seems way easier for him to be doing the shit that he's doing now. So I'm like, what his supporters don't understand is, one, you're not winning. He literally has taken shit from you in 8 months.
Yep.
Taking away your health care. He's coming after your 401ks. He's already doing this.
Yep.
And the cost of everything is going up. Like, it's weird that it's crazy that these same people that argued that eggs were too expensive are now arguing that they are okay with paying more because it's in the betterment of the country. If that don't sound like some Russia shit, I don't know what the fuck to tell you.
Absolutely.
So back when I was a reporter in Moscow in 1945, when
you're about like what, 50 at that point?
So when Stalin died, there was a jockeying for power, right? And Beria, who was the head of the KGB, all the rest of them got together and said, we can't have the KGB in charge of this country. And they fucking killed him and made sure it didn't happen. And when Brezhnev died, the next two heads of the KGB, Andropov and Andreev, they were both so old it didn't matter. They put him in office. They both died. They didn't go that way again. They friggin' went with our boy Gorbachev. And the thing is, you never wanted the KGB to be in charge of Russia because of what they do and who they are.
And now it happened with Putin, right?
And it happened with Putin. He's KGB. He's born and bred in that system. And he understands psyops. He understands honeypots. He understands how to manipulate people and entire populations. And what he did there was he made a deal with the people. And Russia said, don't participate in politics. And, you'll have a job, you'll have money, right, and you'll do all that. And they abdicated their responsibility. And he saw in the U.S. that we were ripe for that. Remember Trump saying, and people are like, we're okay if Trump's in charge. They don't have to think anymore. They don't have to participate anymore. The big man's in charge. He's going to get us everything we want. And that's what Putin did to us because we were ripe for it. And
God, that's so fucking sad.
And that's it. It's totally sad. So the rest of the stuff, to me, it doesn't matter that stuff is being taken away from them. It matters that that's what they opted for in 2016. They embraced that Putin model.
No, go ahead, Eddie.
I think there is a breaking point. I think some of them do see it. That's why they're trying to gerrymander so much, because they know there is a breaking point.
I'm with Eddie. I think you wouldn't be doing this gerrymandering shit if you thought you had it in the bag, and they know they don't have it in the bag. So that's why they are like, okay, none of this shit's working. These town halls, these are all the people that voted for us, and they're now the ones who are booing and screaming at us every day. So,
what I'm hoping for is, like, I get it. It's great that these town halls are speaking up. It's great that they're saying something. My concern is, are you going to see it all the way through? Are you going to actually believe? Are you going to actually, first of all, own your mistake? That's the thing.
That's the hardest part, Ty. That's the hardest part for any person, is to go, oh fuck, you know what? That was on me.
Exactly, bro. And that's what I'm saying, Jerry, is that these people have to start with themselves and say, well, wait a minute. How the fuck did I fall for this easy propaganda? This time, 2024, I fell for the worst version of this fucking con man. You have to come with that reckoning to yourself to say, well, okay, what things was I, because here's the thing that makes me super angry, man, is when I hear people say, I don't watch Fox News. There's no fucking way you chose this guy again
and weren't brainwashed by that shit.
There's no fucking way. You
not
can't
necessarily
tell me.
Fox. They're watching
Newsmax, OAN.
Right, but it's still all right wing. It's still all right wing media.
Yeah, I agree completely.
So to me, when you tell me, you say, well, I don't watch any of that. I do my own research. Then how did you get these same talking points? How did you get these exact same talking points that these people say? When I was on the ship, this one person said, I felt like this guy was gonna do this to protect our country. Where did you get that from? Tell me what did you see from this guy? And don't tell me what you heard somebody say. Tell me what you specifically saw him do. Because I can tell you, if someone asked me, well, why did you choose Biden? Why were you in full support of Biden? Well, I can tell you. One, this is what he did for veterans. This is what he did for student loan debt forgiveness. This is what he did for the economy. This is what he did for jobs. This is what I can name around a list of shit of everything that he did. And that's aside from I'm not even talking about him personally. I listed 4 or 5 things that he did.
He actually accomplished while in office that helped other people, that helped us.
Even people that didn't vote for him. It helped people that didn't even vote for him.
Right.
Same thing with Kamala Harris. I said, well, why would you support her? $25,000 first-time home buyers, $50,000 to small businesses, giving more money to HBCUs, protecting your health care, making sure women have the right to choose. It's 5 things right there that don't really even affect me. I'm not going to school. I'm not trying to start a small business.
Right.
I already have a house, and we're not trying to have a kid. But all of them things help other people. And so when you telling me that you can't name a goddamn thing that this guy did, but he's the guy.
Right.
Stop, man. That makes no sense.
And then all this day one bullshit. It's day 200 and something.
Come on,
and he's
man.
never done anything he said he would do on day fucking 1.
Oh, he cut taxes for millionaires.
That's right. That's all he did. He helped the rich. That's all he did. Day 1.
Did you guys see the Trump press conference this morning?
Oh, God.
I couldn't watch it.
You sent me the clips. What did he say? Mediums falling out of the sky?
They're metal. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Mediums, they're metal.
Yeah, that's what he said.
It was completely unhinged. So my question to you guys is, Pudding Brain is the president. Who's running the fucking country?
Stephen Miller.
Okay. All right.
Stephen Miller.
That's why all the hateful shit keeps happening.
Okay.
It's because it's him. It's the most hateful one.
Stephen Miller said, "Put the fucking National Guard in D.C." Stephen Miller said that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's the shadow president. I just want to know who I'm dealing with.
There ain't no way it's Vance.
It's not Pudding Brain. Pudding Brain.
But now see, and here's the conundrum they have, because he won't be around long.
Right.
This is what Eddie was saying about these town halls. This is what I don't think these people are prepared for. Deep down, they know he won't be around long.
Right.
So what they need to do is put a system in place to where when he's gone, they ain't got to bank on his quote unquote charisma. They ain't got to bank on his cult following. It doesn't matter that he's gone. The systems will be in place to where you can't do a fucking thing anyway. And I think that people are not. You know what's crazy, man, is that we've watched tons of movies, good versus evil, this type of shit. We see the villain, we see the first, second, third act. It's crazy that people they didn't see this first, second, and third act. It's
they don't
weird
recognize it in real life.
In real life, yes. In real, I'm like, you don't get more villainous than this. What are you doing? You're telling me you think it's okay that this motherfucker saw one 19-year-old kid get his ass whooped, which we don't even know that for sure. Right. And now the National Guard is sent and you don't see a fucking problem with it? Now, if I give you the stat that that crime is down, you said, but that kid got his ass whooped. Shut the fuck up. Shoot yourself in the face. Shoot yourself in the face.
It's the Reichstag fire moment. That's what they've been waiting for. Is that I don't know if it was done on purpose or if there was some kind of conspiracy.
But it happened and it scared all the Germans.
And they took
and Hitler ran with it, right?
Just like they did with the Reichstag fire, which then he used to get ultimate power in Germany. Mm-hmm. So the communists burned down the Reichstag.
There's no fucking way if a black, a Mexican, an Asian kid got the shit kicked out of him on the streets of DC, we wouldn't be hearing about any of this.
No.
We wouldn't be hearing about any of this. A fucking white kid gets his ass kicked. Okay. We got to bring in
I'm from DC. You should know better than be driving around in some parts of DC at night
at 2 in the
morning. A nice car.
Yeah,
in a nice car at 2 in the morning.
Chappelle got a joke about doing that.
Right.
You don't fucking, even black people. I always joke about the South Side of Chicago. I'm not in the South Side of Chicago when the sun go down. And that's where I grew up, but I know not to be there. Yeah. So,
you're not eating at your favorite deep dish pizza that night. You'll skip it.
Yeah,
like that.
I'm gonna tell you, me and my wife went, and I made her a promise. First of all, the further south we drove, the more paranoid she got. So she didn't want to be on the south side. And so by the time the sun went down, we were already on the freeway heading north. So I get it. I understand.
You don't go to Southeast DC after 11 o'clock at night. You just don't do that.
Well, wait, but what's interesting is they're doing all this in protection of this kid. Let's say my conspiracy thing is bullshit, and this kid really did get carjacked, right? But the people who are rushing to protect him are the same type of people who, if a woman gets raped, will blame the outfit she was wearing.
Yes.
So wait a minute. How is this not the same fucking thing?
Make it
right?
Make
like
sense,
right. If you're gonna blame that, you're not gonna blame his dumbass for driving around there at 2 in the fucking morning.
He just flew back to America from Venezuela, a fucking triple murderer.
Yeah. Absolutely.
He just flew back into the States, man.
Yeah. I think he's moving next door to you, Jerry. Don't worry about it, though. Everything's fine.
He pardoned everybody who beat cops. It was a cop crushed between doors. Help! He pardoned all of them motherfuckers.
And then he had the balls to say he's the law and order president.
Yeah, I think that he's going for, in D.C., this is what I think he's going for. And because you know what you don't see in Pyongyang, North Korea? Homeless people. Trump wants one of those clean capitals that he can show off to people, build his ballroom. I think that if this is not the main reason, it's part of it. He wants to herd the homeless people somewhere else beside D.C.
Oh, he already said that. He said that he's moving the unhoused out. He already said it.
So there you go, because you don't see homeless people in an authoritarian capital.
Here's what's crazy about that's what I'm saying. Like the action versus the result is weird to me. You want to ship out homeless people at the same time as you took away people's health care, at the same time as you fired federal workers, at the same time as you have these tariffs raising the price of everything,
and cut VA benefits, and most of those homeless people are probably, or at least a quarter of them are least veterans.
That's
absolutely.
So it's this thing of how at one point, and this is what makes me angry about people who still try to rationalize this as opposed to just calling it what it is.
Right.
They say, well, no, you got to look at the psychology of why they chose this guy. Not in 2025, man. What are we doing? We still trying to rationalize this? At some point, you just got to say this is what it is.
This motherfucker's corrupt. He's rotten. And that's it. And I do think there is, and I think that's, can I tell you my weird theory? Y'all can feel free to shoot it down. I wonder the anger at these town halls, right? That you're seeing from predominantly white voters in predominantly red areas, right? Districts, all that. Is that their way of admitting they were wrong? Is just getting so fucking mad and screaming at these fucking elected officials who are all I'm throwing a little nugget of hope out there. Is that their way of going, you know what? I'm so angry because I look like a fucking idiot now. Because here I was. I'll tell you something too. I live in Orange County, and I'm not proud of it. It's not. Fuck it. I just thank God it's California because you could still get good Mexican food anywhere. But fuck, that's it. There's really good Mexican food, and then everything else ethnic just fucking falls off a cliff as far as restaurants where we are in Orange County. But it's when my fiance and we moved here for my health to get into a better hospital. We found a nice apartment, and I was really worried. And then my first day here after we were moved in, I go to the gym and I see this pickup truck that just looks
screams MAGA.
Screams MAGA, and I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me! Like that's the first thing I see. But then I pull up and it has a bumper sticker that says "Veterans for Biden," and I'm like, oh, yeah, okay. And there was a few, like after he won, there were people driving around like on purpose. The main street here kind of goes through. They were driving around with Trump flags and just making U-turns and like doing victory laps. But I don't see any of that now. There, in fact, the library, I can't believe there's still a library here to begin with, but the library that's down the street from my apartment there's been several anti-Trump protests there that have been pretty well attended. So it's like, I wonder if the rage is them going, fuck, this motherfucker played us.
I can understand that. Well, anybody else want to chime in? I have a thought on that, but
please, yeah.
I think that there's some truth to that. I think that there's some of them saying, okay, this was me. This was, I did this.
Right.
But then I also have to say, how did you not see this?
That's the big one.
How did you, no pun intended, how did you not see this? Because you saw Biden sniff hair and you made a decision about it. You heard somebody tell you that eggs were expensive and Biden was the fault, and then it switched to Harris was the fault. But then as soon as this guy got in, you realized it was a bird flu. So which one is it? Are you smart enough to know the president doesn't control these things? Then you say this. I have to question your intellect when it comes to
absolutely
thinking, because here's my only thing is this, man. And then we could, even when it comes to sports, right? He said, man, you will never have a conversation based on any sport without stats being involved. Never ever. You can't go in any barbershop.
You can't.
Anything.
You can't.
You cannot walk in and say Michael Jordan was the greatest over all these players without somebody saying, well, shit, what about LeBron? What about Kobe? What about Kareem? And every person will have a legit reason statistically.
Yes.
Why? So you can have that conversation.
For Jordan, you just got to do this. For Jordan, you just got to hold up number 6.
Exactly.
You hold up number 6.
And some people will be like, well, Jordan never lost in the finals. That's all I need, bro. Boom, I'm going to throw that out there. Jordan never lost in the finals. He's the greatest. My point is that when it comes to something that's way more important, like politics, because that's way more important than sports.
Always.
That controls your life way more than the game. So if you tell me I want that old white man out because that old white man raised the price of my eggs, I'm telling you he didn't raise the price of your eggs. I'm telling you your eggs are expensive because of this bird flu. I'm telling you this while you have a chance to make a wise decision. Nope, I don't want to hear it. It's his fault. I'm telling you, here's the statistic right here. Go look at it. I remember I did a thing about when that motherfucker Vance was in Pennsylvania, he blamed milk prices on Democrats. And I didn't even notice. I had to look this up. I literally called the milk department in Pennsylvania.
Ha,
I'm not even bullshitting. And their milk prices are set based off of the state. It has absolutely nothing to do with who's in office, period. I literally asked the lady, I said, wait a minute, so it doesn't matter who's in office? She's like, no. These
fucking out.
But I was like, they said it with a straight face and they blame these people. But I'm like, how? How do you not discern?
See, that's
so that's all I'm saying to your point, Jerry.
Yes.
They may be admitting this, but there's a part of me that still doesn't trust them intellectually.
So, Ty, what I should have said too is I would love to be at one of these town halls. And when they start screaming at these people, at these elected officials, and you heard the guy, and it was interesting because that guy Flood, that's what I'm referencing the most. Is that Nebraska? Yeah. Where was he? Nebraska, I think.
Yeah.
He even said, he tried to do their talking points, and he goes, "What? You're telling me that some, unemployed 20-something should have medical benefits?" And everyone was like, yes. Yeah. But so I'm happy that they're saying that. I'm happy that they're screaming that, but I would love to be there so then I could go up to the mic and go, what did y'all think was going to fucking happen though? Just go I appreciate your change of heart.
Yes.
But because it's affecting them now.
It's hurting, right? It's hurting them. And I think
and that's another reason I don't trust them, Eddie. That's another reason I don't trust them. Because it's
right.
I think,
but I will say this: whatever it's going to take to put an end to this, even if it means embracing people that are full of shit, that are only doing this selfishly, I kind of don't care anymore. Right? It's like I don't give a fuck anymore. Let's just bring them in. It's because to those people, that's like I would have loved to have said, like, you guys are this angry now, right? I said, but what if let's bring it back to sports? What if we could vote in our owners and GMs of our favorite teams? Mm-hmm. I can never bitch about what Jerry Jones is doing if I go vote for him every 4 fucking years.
Yes.
Like, it's just like, well, shit, I'm the one who keeps putting him in as the owner. So this is my
That's exactly
so, I mean,
right. That's perfectly.
Jerry, I'm telling you right now, this and this is sports because we're all tribal and we want our guys to win. We've talked about Brett Favre before, right? About everybody. Yeah. I hate that guy, and all of a sudden he's the quarterback of the Minnesota Vikings. I love him. Right? We don't care about the past as long as we win.
I've rooted against that motherfucker every fucking team. Look, now I will be sad. I talked to Eddie about this. In the 90s, you didn't know what a piece of shit he was, but I hated him because I was a Cowboy fan. He was a Packer. Fuck him. Right. Like, that was like, I fucking hated him. But
Eddie, Eddie, Jerry, what I'm saying is that sports is politics. And when my team loses, I don't berate the other team. I berate my team, and I berate the coach, and I berate the owner. And I think that's where a lot of this anger is coming from them.
Right.
Is that they're losing now, and they're angry at the guy in charge. They're angry at the staff in charge. They're angry at the coaching staff and the training staff. And I think that's where a lot of this friggin' anger is coming from.
And keep it coming. Yeah, I mean,
supposed to win all the time, and we're getting our asses kicked.
And we look stupid.
Yeah,
like now we look dumb, and that's I think that's the biggest sin you can do if you want to put it to a fan of anything, is make your fans look stupid. That's the worst thing you can fucking do is to make your fans look stupid. And it kind of is all sports. Like, you saw that fucking asshole at the Raiders game with the sign where Geno flipped him off, and he said Geno Smith is the biggest bust since Jamarcus Russell. Like, what are you fucking talking about? Like, I'm not saying Geno Smith is a great quarterback, but he's 1,000 times better than Jamarcus fucking Russell. He's not a bust. Anyway. But again,
I'm gonna read something to y'all real quick. By the way, this is how far we've fallen. This dude has enacted basically martial law because of a dude named Big Balls. It's crazy. That's real fucking true. We have martial law.
What a sad moment in American history.
Big Balls. And if you put the picture side by side of him and Musk, I'm telling you, other countries are looking at us like, how the fuck did this happen in this country? So I wanted to make sure I got this right. I said crime rate in Washington, D.C. It says, while statements suggest crime in Washington, D.C. is out of control, they mean by the White House. And it literally says by the White House. Official statistics indicate a decrease in various crime categories. Okay? It says violent crime is down 26%. Homicides is down 12%. Carjackings down 37%.
Oh, Big Balls.
I guess 36%. We'll say after poor Big Balls.
So, exactly the one. Right. So to me, man, I it's almost like this dude is like pushing every button to distract from this thing, and it's not working. So it's like
it's not working.
It's like everything. Okay, and this I did a video about this not too long ago. I said this motherfucker is getting desperate.
Yes.
The more desperate he gets, the worse it will be for us because he doesn't give a fuck about us.
No.
So any of his people sitting there thinking that this is necessary. Now, mind you, bro, remember DC is trying to get representation for a long time. Long time they've been trying to get representation. And then they've been told, nope. But you telling me, you first you don't send the National Guard when they need help. Now you say don't get no representation. You don't send the National Guard. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. This fits my agenda. Some guy named Big Balls. Which again, the craziest thing is you look at this fucking kid, and you can tell this kid does not have big balls. It's bananas to me.
No, this is a shrimp dick motherfucker if there's ever been one.
Great. I have never. People, let me tell you something, man. I will never, anyone that ever at this point, if anyone ever tries to tell me anything about Obama, anything about Biden, anybody, I don't want to hear shit from you. If you support this administration, I don't want to hear a goddamn word from you. I would have taken Biden fucking on a ventilator.
No question. No question.
Yeah.
No
Over this, bro.
question.
As long as it didn't come from Cuomo. Hey, Eddie, I got a question for you. Do you think that one of the backlash for this DC thing could be maybe we actually start talking seriously about DC statehood? Do you think that this could backfire on the administration?
Not in
God,
the
how
current
great would that be?
regime. I mean, it would have to be after the pendulum swings back the other way.
Okay.
God, but if DC
they've been
becomes
trying to
a
get
state,
stable forever.
Right.
Jesus Christ.
Well, Trump got 6% of the vote in DC.
Right.
DC hates him.
If
Right.
DC were to become a
Hates
state,
And he knows it too.
those are what? Two congressmen, two senators,
Two senators, and probably one congressman.
One
It's by
That'll
now
be
maybe
blue
two.
for good.
And
That's it.
why do you think he's fighting so hard to avoid that happening? It was
Yes.
already hard before him. It definitely he won't let it happen now. And again,
Yeah.
Here's
That
my
doesn't
question. Here's my question to all of you. What do you think the breaking point will be? He took their health care. He's coming after their 401k, Social Security. He fired people.
That's going to do it.
Huh?
That's going to do it, Ty. It's
No.
going to be this continuation.
If gas
it's gonna be
gas hits like $8 a gallon.
gas, if we have empty store shelves,
That would do
it. If grocery stores start running out of shit, when the economy, I think it's going to take the economy really hitting the shitter, and sadly, it's going to happen. And I think that's what's going to look. It's always the money, right?
I
It's
tell you what I
always-
think. It's when he pardons Ghislaine Maxwell.
Well, that's
when
going
the
to
wheels
be.
come off the track.
I
That's
hope
when he loses half his base.
I
That'll be
don't-
when it.
I hope she
I don't
never
think so, Courtney. I'm
sees
sorry.
the light of day.
Really?
But
They're prepping them right now for it.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're
exactly.
prepping him,
Go
but nobody's
ahead, Jerry.
money. Nothing
Go
they're
ahead, Jerry.
doing
I'll
is
tell you
working.
why in a second, Courtney. But go ahead, Jerry. I'm sorry.
well, I was gonna say, like, I do think that would help, and that's why I don't want her to ever see the light of day as
Right.
far as freedom goes. But I go for it, pardon her, you fucking dumbass, because I do think there's just enough people, because I think that a lot of the MAGA weirdos were Bernie Sanders guys.
Yeah.
Well, how the fuck do you go from Bernie to him? So I do
So-
think there's a fragility there that is unreliable. Does that make sense? It's
Yeah.
It's like if you're at a show and you crush and some guy from the crowd is like, "You were fucking great, bro." They're one beer away from trying to kill you. Like, it's just that's
Yes.
so that's why I kind of see where Courtney's coming from. Like, where like that might be a bridge too far, because they've built up so much of their persona for loving Trump on thinking he's going to end pedophiles.
Right.
He's going to end sex trafficking. And
But this is the part, and this is it goes to what Eddie was saying about their prepping them, and this is why I understand why you're saying what you're saying, Courtney, but to what Eddie just said, this is why I don't think it'll matter to them, because the messaging with them, all I got to do is keep calling her a victim. She's a victim.
right.
She's a victim. I don't care who testified against her. She's a victim. I don't care about all the people with the first-hand accounts. She's a victim. So eventually, by the time it comes to what, I'm going to pardon this victim. And they're like, wait, so you got a problem with the victims of child trafficking? She was the fucking person that did it.
Right.
Right.
But here's the thing with this, man. If he does pardon her, we'll win. I don't want to hear shit about your drag queens. I don't want to hear
Ever.
Talking
Well,
about
you know-
drag queens. No, don't talk about trans. I don't want to hear a fucking word. Nothing. Just admit you're okay with pedophiles.
Right. That's it. Have y'all? But here's to Courtney's point, though. We don't to put an end to this. We don't need to turn the entire cult. We just need a little bit. Now, who here? Because I'm about to ruin to everyone listening. Who has seen the show Better Call Saul beginning to end?
I have not.
I have.
Okay. Do you mind if I ruin it? Are you familiar with Breaking Bad?
Yeah.
Have you seen Breaking Bad?
Yeah.
So this is the spinoff, right? It's the
Yeah,
prequel.
I know the.
And it's and so what they do so masterfully in Better Call Saul is each season begins with Saul Goodman now in hiding, right? He's got a new name. He runs a Cinnabon in a mall in Nebraska, and then you have all the flashbacks to how he got involved with the cartels in Albuquerque and all that. and that's the main show. But every opening of every season is a black and white fast forward to him now, right? And what's great is he can't stay away. He can't help himself. And there's a scene where he's at the mall on his lunch break, and you see that he sees these two kids steal video games from a GameStop. And as the mall cops grab the kids, he just can't help it. He goes, "Don't say a word. Get a lawyer." And and then he starts in the present coming back, and it gets so bad that he gets busted. They're like, "Holy shit, that was that fucking lawyer, who got busted years ago, and Walter White." And then so he's trying to cut a deal with the feds, right? And it's a great scene. And Odenkirk deserved every acting award for this.
Yeah, he did.
And this is what I mean about we just need a little bit, right? Because he just breaks into this. It's one of the best monologues I've ever seen. And he just tells, he tells the FBI guy, he just goes into character. And he just starts saying how Walter White abused him and threatened him. And he just builds. And when he's done, the FBI guy knows he's fucked. And he just goes, you really think 12 jurors are going to believe that? And he just goes, one.
I only need one.
I just need one to believe it.
Right.
And that's how this is. We don't need to get all of them. If we can just get 1 or 2%, boom, fuck, that's game. That's game, set, match. If we could just get 1%.
Back to my point where he's prepping.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All of them for
Ghislaine being pardoned.
Ghislaine Maxwell.
Yeah.
He put out a statement the other day about trying to charge 14-year-olds as adults.
Yes.
In violent crimes.
Yes.
And the GOP has systematically in their states, GOP-run states, is trying to get child labor laws reversed.
Yeah.
They're trying to make it okay to view 14-year-olds as adults in the long run.
That is not going to help
us.
I don't think that's going to help though.
That's
Because
going to but once it gets legally set, 14-year-old that's an adult, then it just becomes he said, she said.
Yeah.
Then it becomes
it's their way of lessening the blow of what's going to come out.
We're not raping children. We're raping adult workers.
We're raping adult workers. But I think the problem comes with, okay, so you've gotten rid of all the brown people. You really think some 14-year-old white kid's going to go pick fucking fruit? You really think you really think their parents are going to let him? You think their parents are like, "Oh, sure, Braden, go to the farms."
They never think that far ahead. They never think that far ahead. Go ahead, Eddie. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, they don't think that far ahead. They're just trying to get us to view 14-year-olds as not children.
Right. And they groomed the whole country for 4 years for him to pardon 1,600 insurrectionists.
Right.
And what was the outcry when he did it?
None.
Because, like Eddie said, he prepped them. He's
prepping us for 14-year-olds to be looked at as adults. So when this shit comes out, it's like, well, she was an adult.
But don't you think there's a point where you bite off way more than you chew?
I do.
Don't you think that happens? Don't you think
it'll just be the next thing? It'll just be the next thing.
But it's happened throughout history. It's happened throughout history. The other saving grace, Germany's still around. You know what I mean?
He'll be dead. He'll be dead at some point. But the scary part is they're putting in the system now where it doesn't matter when he dies.
Exactly. Go ahead.
No, you're both right. But I do think that I do think, again, they wouldn't be pulling this gerrymandering shit if they knew they know they're going to get their asses kicked in the midterms. So that's why they're trying to cheat now.
No doubt. They're very aware.
So I think once that happens, and I think with all of his flaws, Newsom said it best. He said, in 18 months, we can put an end to this fucking presidency. In 18 months, we can put an end to this. And I think, Eddie, that's what they mean, is you put an end to everything they're trying to set in place.
But people have to be on the same page with that, though, Jerry. You ever so with Star Wars, look at Star Wars, the prequels, and you say, Yoda knew from the jump. As soon as he met Anakin, he's like, something's wrong with that kid, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Mace Windu did too. Mace did also. Yep. Mace was like, I don't know.
I about this motherfucker. I know he ain't nothing. Yep. But Obi-Wan is like, nah, I got him. Let me work with him a little bit. Let me teach him some stuff, stuff, until he couldn't anymore. Until he said, God damn, this is what Yoda saw. This is what Windu said. So my whole point is that a lot of people know that this guy is shitty. A lot of Republicans know it. From what we hear, a lot of Republicans say that behind this dude's back, they can't stand this motherfucker.
Right.
But they know he's a useful idiot, and they're scared of his base. So they know that when he's gone, they can beat their chest like, but they also know that the people who voted for them won't have that fucking fog anymore of that guy. So they got to put these things in place to where it don't matter. But at some point, and this is what I mean by being able to just call it what it is. If you have let a con man, it's weird because like they said this dude is the first. It's weird that this is a real thing. This is the first felon. He's a convicted fucking felon.
Yep.
To ever be put in power. So I guarantee you this is how he looked at it. All right, they didn't give a fuck about my lying, my corruption, my cheating, my stealing, the racism. They didn't give a fuck about none of that. They made sure I got back in this position. They don't give a fuck that I'm enriching myself right now. They don't give a fuck that I haven't done anything for them. All they care about is that I make them feel good about themselves.
Right.
So to go back to the Anakin thing, when he turned into full-on Darth Vader, people were like, "Oh wow, that's what we were promoting." Yeah, that's exactly what you were promoting.
I didn't vote for this.
This is exactly he's choking motherfuckers from a distance now.
On the good side.
But wait, here's the good news though. Here's the good news if you want to look at it from on the Star Wars end, right? And Eddie, you might be better with the timeline, but that lasted what, 8 years? And then like that was it. It was 8 years, and then some fucking redneck goes and blows up the Death Star. Like that's like I mean, it was they had an 8-year run.
Well, it was about 20. It's about 20 years.
But was it 20?
18 years. Luke was 18 when he blew up the Death Star.
Right, that's right. Yeah. So then some fucking redneck.
He's like, oh my god.
Some redneck just wrecks her shit after 18 years.
It's about 20 years, yeah.
So that's the good news. Is at least because no question, Luke would have been MAGA. Growing up on a farm like that with Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru, you know those are some MAGA motherfuckers. But he still came to the good side. So that's
but then you also have to look at it, and this is the part that I guess I get angry about it because I think you're gonna let a con man who is a pedophile convince you to be okay with pedophiles? And you think we're the ones that are groomers. You think we're the ones that are ones that are sick. We're the problem. Joe Biden sniffed hair, and you had this motherfucker on America's Most Wanted.
He was the creepiest guy ever.
This guy literally is in a montage of pictures.
Right.
He's listed as his best friend. People have testified against him. There's court documents. Like, it's almost like you look at this shit, like it's so much evidence. It's almost like if you look at the OJ thing, so much evidence, so much that you're like, how do you not see this? So, no pun intended. But I think that a lot of times, I think what has happened to this country, and this is probably the most disheartening thing, is that we've let the worst of the worst corrupt what we pretended to be.
Right.
Even what we pretended to be was better.
Sure.
I mean, there used to be decorum. We talked about, was it last week?
We talked about how you mentioned how McCain was like, he's not Muslim. Stop this shit.
I miss those days. I miss the days of decency with people and common sense. Like I told you, there's a reason that they pushed this motherfucker and not what's the old girl's name? The
Nikki Haley.
Nikki Haley. There's a reason why they didn't push her. There's a reason. She's not gonna get the shit done that this motherfucker's doing.
In defense of the good here, Ty, you brought up writing earlier, Act 1, 2, and 3. As a writer, I can tell you there's always an inciting incident. And you never know what it's going to be if you're watching a well-written story, a movie, or reading a novel. But I can tell you in Tunisia, it was a guy setting himself on fire. In Romania, it was Nicolae Ceausescu giving a speech, and somebody threw a rock, and he was done. He was dead in 24 hours. Same thing happened in Libya. We never know what
the Romanian guy had a run, didn't he?
Yeah.
They thought he was untouchable.
Right. Thought he was absolutely untouchable.
And then him and his wife were executed fucking 2 days after the rock.
On live TV, too. So,
damn.
Yeah. When we don't know what it's going to be, which is why I'm pointing to the oddball if he pardons her. But it just the weirdest point, this thing that you would never think did it, people at that point were done. And it's all over for the people in power. And I think that's what we're going to see here. There will be an inciting incident, and we will all look back and go, really? To pardon some pedophile is what brought him down?
Or whatever like weird thing.
Whatever it is.
Yeah, I mean, I
think that's going to be the script we look back upon.
Is it
I would have never written it that way.
Is it true that she? Now I don't know. I only saw a couple. So is it true that she said she told the DOJ that all he did during these parties was read
Yes,
books?
it is true. Yeah, he said that she never saw him do anything inappropriate with Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, he's going to go to a pedophile party and just read.
And this is every time they release something like that, it means I'm guilty. I'm guilty. I'm more guilty. Every piece of information they release that's supposed to do the exact opposite. It's just like, okay, so the Washington, D.C. thing, that's to distract from the Epstein files. That's the answer from everybody on both sides of the aisle now. Okay, so this is the distraction from the Epstein files. Nobody's given up on that.
Listen, man.
I mean, that is true because, like, that is something that everyone, thankfully, and I do appreciate the limited media that at least there's still every day someone asks him about Epstein. Every day someone asks him something about Epstein, and he gets so fucking annoyed, and you could just see the fucking, and I do think Epstein might be it because it's only fitting because it's perfect that this motherfucker who built his political career bullshitting about Obama not being born here, bullshitting about Hillary Clinton. It would be great if all he did was make shit up about other people, but what sinks him is what he actually fucking did. And that was rape children.
I just think it's very strange that, and I don't even know if she was trolling him by saying that. A guy notorious for not reading was reading at a pedophile party.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
So let me get this straight. Crazy. He's sitting there just like titties, young titties all around him. He's like,
no, shush.
I'm trying to finish this chapter.
I gotta know.
Never read a book in his
How
life.
does this Harry Potter book end?
Dumbledore died? No.
What the fuck? I can't fuck any little girl. Dobby the house elf just sacrificed himself for Harry Potter. It was a horrible thing.
Jeffrey, can you come here for a second? Can you get all of these prepubescent girls out of here, please? I am trying to read.
All these children.
Get these nasty bitches out of here. I'm trying to read a book.
These nasty children out of here.
The same ones that
and they're victims, and we
oh my God! Yeah. It's almost. I'm telling you, it is the craziest shit that they say that we're like, wait a minute, man. Do y'all just not have any respect for the American public anymore? Is it just really just that?
They keep pushing. They keep trying to see how far.
It's a litmus test. Constantly
everything with this administration is a litmus test. See how far they can keep going.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you, in Texas, they're losing because those Democrats and we're going to go live in one of Pritzker's hotels.
And here's another thing why I'm telling you all about there could be a change coming. Is Courtney and I can both vouch for this. There would never be a day I never thought I would see the day where there was a guy from Tyler, Texas, who talks like this, berating Texas Republicans.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I was like, when I saw those clips of those, hey, look what y'all are doing. What did that one guy say? He goes, "No, I don't mean this in a sexual way, but y'all are Donald Trump's prostitutes." Right. Any dude from fucking Texas who looks and sounds like that, I would have put all the money I would ever see in my life that he would never turn on a Republic. But they're turning. It's happening. Look
at the polls in Tennessee for the congressional races. interesting numbers coming out.
And I think a big one is going to be the New York mayor race, because if Cuomo gets his ass kicked after all this, then it might be your first, like, oh, wait a minute. Maybe we can get these motherfuckers. Like, that might be your first, okay.
What I'm hoping for is I'm hoping that we learn from what happened in 2025 in November, because listen, man, and this is my biggest gripe with Democrats. The stakes couldn't have been higher in November. Couldn't have been higher, man. You're telling me not one of y'all thought to challenge the fact that this dude, he's on stage yelling like fucking radio with this motherfucker, and you telling me his information, his systems, it's gonna help determine who, and you don't think it's a conflict of interest at all?
Not at all. Not even a little bit.
Once. So to me, I get it. They say, well, it was out of the margin of error with certain things. That's not the point. I don't give a fuck. This motherfucker is still challenging what happened in 2016 or 2020.
So I wouldn't like it. You're absolutely right, Ty, because it's almost as absurd as if like they said, look, we're going to have the 2024 elections, but they're only going to take place inside of Teslas. You have to go inside of a Tesla and tap who you're voting for on the Tesla screen. Oh, gee, Trump won. Who would have thought? Like, it's
I can understand Trump's grievance, because I'm still pissed off about Des Bryant catch in the Green Bay playoff.
Because he did catch it. Because that was a fucking catch. Because that was absolutely a fucking catch.
When he's like,
I bet. Wait, you know what? I bet we have Ty on our side because it was the fucking Packers. So he just anything that takes any glory away from the Packers.
The Midwest bias right there. Sorry.
Des fucking caught that fucking. Oh God.
I can understand his rage at the 2020 election. I'm just,
listen.
I'm still mad about that Des catch.
Here's what I hope happens for the future, and I've seen like here's where I do get a little bit of hope, is that this younger generation, the ones that are paying attention, not the ones that are being indoctrinated already with the hate speech and all that shit.
Not the alpha bros.
Right.
Not the alpha bro incel.
Yeah, exactly. Not them. The ones that understand that, no, listen, the future is determined by us, meaning them. The future is theirs. Now you can craft it how you want. You can make a better future where it's all inclusive, because first of all, not a single thing in this country, in this world for this matter, was ever done with just one person, one culture doing it. The only way society thrives is with diversity, period, in every way, shape, or form. So I'm hoping that this younger generation sees that. They play off that. They talk to each other. They listen, and they're able to discern the bullshit from the real. That's the key, because this AI stuff is making a lot of stuff seem like whatever. Because, like, again, what I just looked up with these stats, if I show this to somebody and they say, well, wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense at all for him to send the National Guard. Crime is down. But then somebody will look at that and be like, that one kid got beat up. Then you can't trust that person. I can't trust that person. I want the person that used facts. So hopefully this younger generation gets it.
I'm so fortunate that I grew up in a neighborhood in Dallas that was just all lower middle class, because I had friends of every ilk. You know what I mean? Like all the kids in the neighborhood, we didn't give a fuck. We were just buddies. It was just, oh, that's my buddy Kevin. You know, it was just like literally, it was like the Goonies. There was like one of every race there, and that was our crew. We hung out all the time. We played all the time, and it helped so much in just, like I remember my junior high was all African American, and I was like, two of my friends growing up were black, so I was like, I'm good. This is great. Like it was just like there was no. Like, and I think you're right. I think that's what
it has to come from this place of understanding that 97% of us got the same shit in common.
Yes.
97% of us.
Yeah.
All of us need healthcare. All of us need to drive on these roads. Right. I don't have a private plane that I can go to. I don't have a safety bunker to go to when shit goes well. Right. I don't have extra disposable income to where I can go have them raise a bridge to let my yacht go through. I don't have that kind of money. Right. You know what I'm saying? So most of us, at least not this year, not yet, but but I do feel once they realize that we have more, because that's the biggest thing that helps them divide us, is they make us feel like I'm the reason why Eddie has the issue and Courtney has the issue, whatever, vice versa. As opposed to saying, no, we all are either middle, we're in a tax bracket to where we have to watch our money. We have to make sure we have health care. We have family members that we got to look out for. We don't have these things where we can go through $120 million fucking wedding. Like Bezos.
Who the fuck has ever done that? Right. Yeah.
But that's why we can still go to a comedy club and make a room full of people laugh, because there are those things that keep us all. We're all living at the same time in the same place, and we all experience the same shit. So we have way more in common than what divides us. Oh, and that's proven every time we go up on stage.
Always. I think that's all right. So before we end this, let's just do this. So who legitimately has an argument up against Jordan for greatest?
Kareem.
Kareem's the only one I would pick. Kareem is the only one I would pick. I'm with Eddie. That's so funny. It's Kareem is, I think, the most legitimate claim to that throne. I think is Kareem. I'd
go with that. I'm good with Kareem. I would have said Bill Russell, only because of the number of championships, but then you got to play into part the level of competition. I'm not saying everybody back then couldn't play, but you had stiffer competition with Kareem. So you had Kareem in a league where a harder fucking
dude,
bam.
Kareem it was a contact sport back then.
Yes. Kareem. The main reason I say Kareem is biased because he was my favorite player when I was before Jordan. When I was a little kid and I started watching, Kareem was my fucking, airplane. I mean, I loved him. My number in Little League soccer was 33 because of Kareem and Tony Dorsett. I was 33.
But the game back then did feed through the center, so they got more opportunities. It's not like today's NBA. Like back then, you just fed the center. So
you needed a big
still, if you look at the numbers, it's Kareem.
I think. I mean,
he doesn't have the championships, but still.
He's down by one?
I think he's got 4, right? Does he have 4 or 5?
I thought he had
Kareem
5.
has...
He got 4 with the Lakers, 1 with Minnesota.
I thought he won 2 with Milwaukee, didn't he?
Or Milwaukee?
No, Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
He won 1, and then...
He won 1.
4 with the Lakers, because Magic... Does he have 4 or 5? Because Magic has 5.
I'm looking it up right now. Let's see. Oh, shit. He is a 6-time NBA champion. Kareem.
Oh, is he? Okay. Well, then Kareem.
Who's this say with?
So he won. His first one was with Milwaukee, and then he won 5 with Showtime.
Yeah, because Shaq has 5, or Magic has 5, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So he won 5 with Showtime. So he won 7.
Bird only won 4, right?
Yeah. 3, I think. So 71, 80, 82, 85, 87, 88.
See, that's
the Magic only has 4.
Crazy run. That's a crazy run.
Yeah, it is.
And we're talking about in the time where you had to fly in discomfort.
Right. You can't tell me what I think is the most fascinating stat about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and are we ever going to see this again? He was he was the Finals MVP twice. Okay, the first time was 1971. The second time was 14 years later in 85. Wow. That's fucking insane.
Yeah. That's a testament to his work ethic and what he cared about the game. But Kareem also was a real person. So Kareem was one of those people that was like, when he was off the court, just listen to jazz, read books, just regular dude. So basketball, like he could channel all that and go out there. And again, the work ethic of the old school player to now, like when I hear about load management, I'm like, come on, man.
Come on, dude.
What are we doing with this?
And man? Jordan never had a shot like the sky hook. You couldn't defend the sky hook.
I mean, the fadeaway was Jordan kind of made the fadeaway his own. It was great, but the sky hook was indefensible. There was nothing you could do.
Here's where I will give Jordan and there's a little part of Chicago bias in that, but just a little tiny bit. But here's because we came up watching them lose constantly, especially to the Pistons. I'm like, come on, man, come on. Jordan was that first player that I saw in in our generation where I said, this dude, if anybody could win a game by himself, it's that guy.
Yeah.
This is before I'm going back and watching the Bill Russells, the Kareems, these cats like that, the Oscar Robinsons, the Birds. Not Bird. That was around the same time. Well, Bird was a little bit before actually. Bird was about a year or two before around that time. But Jordan was the first player we saw that made us he made us feel like he was a superhero. So when he did win and won again and again, and then they lost, then he won again and again and again, that's where he has this little bit of mystique. But if you dig a little deeper, you realize he never won anything until Scotty became Scotty, Horace Grant became Horace Grant, Bill Paxton,
and then Steve Kerr after
Cartwright,
Steve Kerr, Cartwright, Tony Kukoc,
and Phil Jackson was there.
Phil Jackson, all these role players came around this Superman and made him able to do this. That's where I say, whereas Kareem was the Superman. Kareem was like, yo.
But I will give Jordan this over Kareem. He was that sort of that athlete that transcended the sport. Kareem didn't quite do that the way Jordan did.
Not like Jordan.
I hate to bring up Hulk Hogan, but the way Hulk Hogan brought wrestling into the national spotlight, Jordan lifted the NBA to something that was like it was never at before.
I still think the most jaw-dropping thing I've ever seen in any sport ever was Jordan's dunk to win the dunk competition. With the boom. Yeah. I remember as a kid being like, nobody should be able to do this. That's the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life.
You got to give him and I know we got to go in a second. I'm sorry, but we got to go back and we got to we can't give Jordan props without giving Magic and Bird props because I'm always reminded of this later. For some reason, we would always think that the NBA was popular, and it wasn't. It wasn't always popular. Like these motherfuckers used to play the games like on TV, like late at night.
What, Courtney, you remember this? Like back in the 30s, like before
they were Chuck Taylors and
before shot clocks in the 3-point line. But no, Courtney, I bet you do remember this because I believe in this up until the late 70s, weren't the finals on tape delay? The NBA finals, like they wouldn't even show them live.
Right.
That's how nobody gave a fuck.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Nobody so, and in some way, and you got to thank the racism of America for this. So the Bird Magic thing is what got people watching the NBA the way that they started watching it. So by the time Jordan came, it was already a thing. So Jordan kind of came in at a time where it was on its way up, and then to your point, Eddie. Just fucking shot it way into a whole nother area. But
Jordan was the only guy that probably had Klan members and neo-Nazis rooting for him.
Yeah.
They were just like, holy shit, did you say Jordan?
Yeah.
Oh man.
And shout out to his mom for that fucking hell of a deal, man.
Right.
Dude.
Oh my God.
You talking $1 billion off of that.
You talking about foresight.
God, unreal. Damn. Unbelievable.
She got it.
Better business mind, Jordan's mom or George Lucas? Which one had the better business mind?
That's a great fight. That's a great fight.
We'll have that next episode for you.
George Lucas with the marketing and the toys before Star Wars hit, or Jordan's mom with Nike?
Jeez,
that's crazy.
That's a great one, Eddie.
Now I got to go back and give the edge to George Lucas because
there we go.
I got more Star Wars toys than I have Jordan.
Same. I have more Star Wars shit than I have Jordan shoes. But man, that's great. Well, what a show, man. Thank you all for tuning in to another We Ain't Right. Subscribe, follow, all that good shit. We'll be back next week. Take care, everybody. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Adios.
See you.
Yes.